Well, hello everyone and welcome to Ivycreates. Today we're doing some snowflakes and a snow sign or door hanger to hang on your front door. Welcome and thank you for watching. I really do appreciate you being here. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think about this little video. And you can see I'm painting a snow sign. Now the sign was $2. I think I got it from maybe Dollar General, and the snowflake is a wood cutout that I got from the Dollar Tree. So I'm just painting it with coats of white as a base paint, and I did a couple of different coats of white on it before I decided, to see what I wanted to do with it. So now I'm going to do these trees. These are from the Dollar Tree. They are stacking trees, meaning that they're multi-dimensional. You stack one on top of another and it makes a little stand-up tree. Well, I just decided to use them as a flat tree on my sign. And so I'm doing a base coat of like a pine green to put on my sign. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit that like button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our videos. I try to post at least about 1 to 2 per week. I get them out as soon as I can. Oftentimes it's random days because I get too excited and I can't wait to do the project, and so I just get it done. And then I put it out there. So this is Snow Tex. If you've ever seen Snow Tex, it's a texturized looking snow that dries, and it can be a little bit expensive. I also use my extra fine iridescent glitter. Now, in place of the Snow Tex, if you can't find that stuff, you can always use the lightweight spackling paste and just pour some glitter over the top, and you basically get the same effect. But I'm just going to go on like the ends of my branches and kind of add some snow text everywhere. It's just a fun thing to have. It's not necessary, but I like it personally. And I go back and I add glitter and, my extra fine iridescent glitter to give it that little bit of extra sparkle and magic. I've not seen snow very much in my lifetime, but what I have seen, it does look very magical and sparkly. So I am actually using the other end of my paintbrush. This is an end piece, and I really don't want to use my paintbrush because I find that it doesn't work that well in this Snow Tex. Using a knife or a spoon or something like that works a whole lot better than using a brush. So now I'm going on my little snow sign, and I'm going to put some Snow Tex on top of the snowflake that is in the middle of the sign. This gives it lots and lots of texture. I hope y'all are enjoying this video. If there's any videos you would like to see me make in the upcoming weeks, months, or what have you, if there's anything that you have a question about, please feel free to leave me a comment below. Also, just so you know, no pressure or anything like that, there are links to all of my favorite items below. So if you say, what did she use for this? Go down and look at those links, and you can go and you can purchase some from Amazon. So now I decided to coat my snow. I was originally going to do a black and white type sign, and I still like the idea of doing black and white with snow. I think that would be really cool. But I put the black on here, and I put it on the S, and what I should have done probably is put it on the N and the W and just left it at that, and I could have left it black and white. But in the end, this ends up being an excellent base coat for what I'm doing, and I just ended up painting the whole sign black. And you'll see in just a minute what I do there. And I am going through and drying between coats, and I'm using my little heat gun that I have there on the side. It is a dual temp heat gun, and of course there is a link down below if you like it. But I am using the heat gun. You could use a hairdryer, you could use whatever you wanted, but I do like to make sure that my paint is semi-dry before I go to my next layer of paint. And I used Dixie Belle paints and Americana paints in this particular sign. The Dixie Belle made a good base coat for it, and you know, the Americana paints add the colors where I can. So now I'm just giving it a little bit of drying off process so that I know that it's, you know, good and dry, and I can add another coat without actually being worried about it. And then I take my flat sanding sponge, and I use the softer side of my sanding sponge, and I'm just going to run it over these letters and give it a more distressed look, and that brings out some of the white below it. And I'm just kind of hitting the corners and the edges and everything just to really make it look really distressed. And then I wipe it off with my favorite big poofy expensive brush that I never used to paint with. You can see this just kind of takes it down, and it makes it nice and smooth, makes it look distressed. Now wipe it off again, get that extra dust off of it. And it's starting to take form now. You can kind of start to see where we're going. I hope you're enjoying this craft. I really do thank you for being here. I appreciate it, and your support makes sure that I can continue to make videos for you. And if you have any ideas, please let me know. I'm trying my best to get out of this Christmas crafting mode, but I keep finding more stuff I want to make for Christmas. And I know it's getting later and later, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I keep finding more. So please give me grace on this. I guess it'll be good for next year too. So now I have decided to take the Chalk Country Finishes, and it's I think it's called flannel color. Let's see, what was that? It is Country Flannel, so it's kind of a blue-gray, and I decided to go over that where the black and the white were on the snow and make it more of a blue background. And then I also decided to go over the snowflake itself to make it like a chilly, wintry day, night kind of thing. So that Country Flannel is going to be my background for what we're about to do, and that is also so it shows up more. And I'm going to go back and distress this a little bit as well, because I already had a couple of layers of the white on my snowflake. So now you can see I'm taking my flat sanding sponge again and the soft side of it, and I'm just kind of blending it down, sanding it down to give it that distressed kind of look. I'm going to set that aside and do the same thing with my little snow sign. And you can see it just kind of takes off all the highs and, you know, the corners and things like that, makes it look good. Making sure it's all dry and all sanded and all the dust is off. And now I had pre-cut some pieces of jute twine, and I was going to just glue them to the back of this to make a hanger for my door hanger. And I'm going to glue those to the back along the top, and I just ran a longer piece of glue where I could and put the rope into it right there, and that's how we're going to be hanging our door hanger. And you will see that it comes and it holds it up. I put extra glue over the top of the jute twine as well. Now the other two pieces that I'm putting on here are to actually hang the snowflake from. So I wanted to make sure they were good and stuck on there. And I went back over them with glue in addition to putting glue underneath. And that's what the snowflake is going to hang from when we finish it. So our snowflake, we're going to put our Christmas trees on that we've already textured with our snow text. And the hardest part about this was making sure that everything fit the way I wanted it to fit, because I was going to glue it down and I really didn't want to do anything, you know, that wouldn't fit right. My little snowman, by the way, is from Family Dollar, which is part of Dollar Tree. And I found him, and there was a penguin, and they were the most adorable things. They look like something you would make with your salt dough or, you know, a homemade little ornament, but they were actually in the Family Dollar, so I was like so excited when I found them. They were just too cute. So I'm going to be using my snowman. I couldn't figure out a place to put my little penguin, and I'm just going to glue him down. And the way that I'm gluing right now is trying not to move any of my items out of place, because it's just the way the snowflake is built. I wanted it to be just right so it wouldn't hang over any of the edges or anything like that. So now where I have extra glue poking out, I'm just going to put some of my extra fine iridescent glitter on top of that to kind of hide it. And then I'm going to stick a piece of paper underneath this so I can save my extra glitter. And then I'm going to begin to do, I did little glue dots with the hot glue and put iridescent fine, extra fine glitter on top, and then shake it off onto my piece of paper so that I can, of course, reuse that glitter. I do believe in saving my glitter. So now you can see I just took the lid off the glitter bottle and used my piece of paper to pour it back in. So the next thing I'm going to do is break out my snow text again. And I am using, again, a tip of a brush, the other end of the brush, not the brush itself. And I'm just kind of getting little globs out of the snow text and placing them onto the snowflake. And at the bottom, I wanted to make it like there's a snow on the ground. So I just put a lot of extra snow text down there. So I take my extra and I just kind of pull it through to look like there's some snow falling maybe. And after that, I'm going to go in and add my iridescent glitter, the extra fine iridescent glitter, and put that on top of our snow text to give that snowy sparkle. Now, sparkle does not always show up on camera. I know it doesn't, but it does show up in person and outside, so it's a good reason to put it on there. So the next thing I'm doing is I wanted to go back over my snowman, because I don't necessarily want to keep him just for Christmas. I want to keep him through the winter months as much as I can, or until Mardi Gras season is really hopping. So what I'm doing is I'm painting his scarf a solid red instead of the red and white and green. That was very Christmassy looking. So I paint the scarf, and I paint his little ribbon that's around his hat. And then I ended up going back and adding some snow text to the front of my snowman so that he would look more snowy himself. And I put the glitter on top of that. And you can see that I've glued them together and hung it. And I gotta say, it's really adorable. I do love it. Very cute for, you know, the whole winter season. Doesn't have to be just for Christmas. thank you so much again for watching. I hope you enjoyed the final product pictures. And as always, they are the best pictures of the project, and I appreciate you hanging out till the end. Thank you. Hi, did you click that subscribe button and the notification bell? Well, if you don't hit that notification bell, you will miss out on our Thursday videos. So please go ahead, click it, and you'll be able to watch our videos that are coming up.